Ah, you're back. God knows why.
Yeah, welcome to our foreign show season.
That's not what you like to call it. You like to call it foreign muck, don't you? Because leave means leave. But here's something that's interesting: is that in 2 weeks
America?
we've had another 500 downloads, which is very exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bizarre. I don't understand what's
We
happening.
don't know why. Get in touch, please. Tell us why the fuck you would waste your time listening to this shit.
Also, we're at 50. We've had another 100 since I last told you.
Right, that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it.
This is how you could get in touch and tell us. You could go to copilotspodcast.co.uk and drop a little thing in the suggestions box. You can go on Instagram and find The Real Co-Pilots Podcast. You could go on Twitter and follow @RealCopilots. That's just a handful of ways. You could also, I know what I'm going to do, Phil for a bit.
You could also text this number.
Oh, you bastard, that's what I'm doing. I was just searching for your number.
I very nearly was like, I wonder if I could just dox him.
Just text that number with any sort of opinions or pictures.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mute that bit for you.
Mute that and then superimpose me saying my phone number. Yeah.
No, I'm going to put Jackson.
Oh, actually, that's a much better idea. Wait, who else could we do this to? Let's get Faye's phone number. Just get random people texting Faye. Like, I can't believe you didn't like Trailer Park Boys.
Spoilers.
Yeah, never mind, eh? Yeah, it's a shame, but, you might find out one of us wasn't quite such a fan of one of these shows as the other, but the other one was excellent. So enjoy the listen. Yeah?
Bye. I mean,
yeah.
Keep listening. We're not gone yet.
No, we're still going.
Yeah, just
else?
listen to the music, and then there's a podcast after it.
Oh my god, is that how this works?
Yeah, you don't know it yet.
That's incredible.
I know, it's magic. We don't hear the music now, but in a minute, it'll be there.
You could play our podcast theme tune in a lineup and I wouldn't be able to pick it out.
Josie's been doing the heavy lifting for 7 years, doesn't it?
Hey, if anyone's doing the heavy lifting, mate, it's not you. Hey!
Yeah, it's your legs.
Oh.
Technical difficulties are complicated.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I continue to struggle with all things microphony, which is, I mean, as far as I know, quite important to a podcast.
Well, it's fine. I'm struggling with talking, which, I don't know, is that more or less important than the microphones?
You have had, 35 years of experience of talking, so you probably should have nailed it by now.
Yeah, but, I spent the first decade talking Scotch, so...
This is something that fascinates me about you. I'm not sure if we've covered this, but you are Scotch, correct?
Correct.
Can you do a Scotch accent?
No.
See, that's just insane. Because how long did you live in Edinburgh for?
8 years.
Right. So, okay. So let's
So
say
right.
that
So here's what happened. I'll explain.
you decided you preferred the English and adopted their accent.
I was a little Scottish ginger cunt. I mean, boy. And then
You just described all of Scotland.
And then I came to England, and then I was like, well, I'm going to get bullied for one thing at least. So let it not be the way I talk. And then the accent was gone in a couple of weeks.
You still get bullied anyway, don't you? I sent you a lovely picture the other day.
Yeah, of Jack.
Before I sent you the picture of Jack with nothing on, I sent you a really nice picture of you. Oh, that was really funny.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
I made myself laugh with that one.
I was just there, like, I don't know. I was in a Costa, just stood in the queue, just being like, "How has he got that picture?" Scrolling through my tagged photos on Facebook, just like, no one's posted that picture. And then Jack was just like, "Yeah, you sent that to us at some point." I was like,
"It's true, you did do that."
I was like, that sounds like something stupid that I would do."
That was the joke that I'm probably most proud of so far this year.
That's fair. That's fair.
It was a good joke.
I did appreciate it.
Good. Well, I'm glad that it made your Costa trip that much brighter. What coffee did you order?
I had a caramel latte. I just got a medium because me and Jack drink at different speeds, and he had a large hot chocolate.
That's true. You do drink very, 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 very slowly.
Jack still finished his first.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Jack could have had you could have had an espresso, and Jack would have finished his venti latte quicker.
Yeah,
than that.
Jack very. I was like, "Oh, what coffee do you want?" And he was just like, "I don't want coffee. If I have coffee, I'll shit myself." And I was like, "Don't say stuff like that, because I'll go in there and I'll be like, can you make a coffee with a shot of espresso in it?" And they'll be like, "A mocha." And I'll be like, "No, a coffee, a hot chocolate that you can't taste the coffee in, because I want my friend to shit himself."
I wonder if they would. They probably would fulfil that order, wouldn't they? Even if they knew it was going to end in.
Well, it's a type of tears.
I was going to use the phrase "morning brown," but I can't remember if you've gotten to that point in Auntie Donna yet.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so when you're down in a few weeks, you're going to be subjected to all of Auntie Donna. So.
Oh yeah, we're having second Christmas.
We are in a few weeks' time. We're going to get some Guinness. We're going to watch the rugby and have a few mince pies.
Yeah, Christmas when the Six Nations is on.
Exactly. What have we got this week? This was an interesting week. What was your thinking on the sort of the grouping for these two?
Hicksville.
Okay, yeah, no, that works really well. Something that I immediately struck me when I started watching Trailer Park Boys is it would have gone really well with Hardy Bucks.
It would have.
But then we would have had two dreadful shows to talk about on that episode.
That's the thing. I couldn't work out when Trailer Boys was made because it's in that retro resolution, but I didn't know if that was a thematic choice.
Right. I mean, we've started on it. Let's just get this out of the way. I'm going to level with you. I really didn't fucking like this at all. And it's like I get comedy. We get comedy. We're some of the biggest jokes on the internet, right? We understand what's funny.
You speak for yourself. I am a medium-sized joke at best.
I just I guess if you live in a trailer park, this has got to be like, this must be your version of The Office.
Yeah.
But
so the issue, I guess, I don't know enough. Like, my experience with American trailer parks is 8 Mile.
Yeah, I think I'd join you. That's all I have.
And none of these people, apart from, I guess, one of them, was trying to be a rapper. And this, I think, it came out around this. When did 8 Mile come out? Was it
2002?
So this started a year before 8 Mile. But Eminem's story, I think, predates 8 Mile somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, it would do.
So, yeah. The thing, I wonder if it's one of those things where it's quite niche to start with and it gets better with time. But
possibly, I think probably this is my thinking with this, right? Is I absolutely did not understand the pilot, but I feel like if I gave it enough time, it would possibly make more sense. Like, I get the thing at the start was like, right, well, they're both out of prison and neither of them want anything to do with the other. That's quite funny. But beyond that, I was like, the other thing, the bit that really actually genuinely did make me laugh was when we're being introduced to, I think is he the sheriff or the cop anyway, and he's doing his bit to camera, but he's just leaning out of his car window. That bit made me laugh, and then the humour stopped, and I was disgusted.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it probably has its moments of fun.
Matey with the big glasses is funny as well. He was funny, and he's on all like he's the part of it I recognise the most. Like, he's on all like the promo material and stuff.
Yeah, it's weird because I didn't dislike it. I probably won't watch more of it. I might watch another couple of. I accidentally watched half of the second one because I didn't. Short TV shows baffle me. I was ready. I was like, I'll sit down. I've got an hour to just sit and zone out. And then I was like, hang on a minute. The story has changed somewhat, and I've seen the intro already.
Can I tell you something that might get you to the end of season 8?
Snoop Dogg's in it.
Not quite, but there is a Gilmore Girls cast member who appears in episode 10 of season 8.
Well, I mean, I guess I've got to watch the whole fucking thing then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, Snoop Dogg is in it.
Good. Like, why?
Why not?
Oh, that's actually okay. It's got me back. It's won me over. There is an episode in season 12. The title is just the cunt word. Okay, it's won me back with that.
That's the thing. Also, they're short episodes.
Yeah, I feel like I wonder if this is like proper stoner comedy, isn't it? Like if you were, I mean, and that's where my expertise ends because I'm not really. I think the most hardcore thing I've done is absinthe. So like, it's just that sort of stoner comedy. Just I feel like I am missing something in that. I just don't get it.
Yeah, the thing I think I could happily have this on while I'm doing something else.
Because I don't. It just drives me fucking nuts.
I don't, because it's one of those. I don't think you need to pay attention. I don't think there's a through story.
No.
Well, there might be, but it's not abundantly obvious from the first episode. But that's the weird thing. I don't think. I don't know if a lot of sitcoms do or mockumentaries do a good first episode, apart from that one that we watched last year. American Vandal.
Who drew the dicks? Yeah, that was really good.
Because that's almost like you're like, oh, this is a documentary, and then you're just like, but this is ridiculous, and they're like, oh, it's not actually a documentary.
I believe that's what the kids call a mock-umentary.
But that's
what do you mean predictable?
Drivel. That's the also did you expect this to not be set in Canada? Because I will admit it took me a lot longer than I thought it would to realise that. I was like,
oh no, like
this is Canadian.
Yeah, no, I just dropped something. I got that pretty quickly because someone said, oh, a boot something, and I was like, this'll be Canada then.
I didn't catch that. I just thought there was a character who apologised too much and was like, oh, I don't think this is America.
Yeah, no, I caught on pretty quick that it was Canada.
Yeah, I think I might watch a bit more of this to see what it's about.
What it's about? What it's about? Oh dear.
Just because I'm curious. I think it's more curiosity than enjoyment. But
you're single. You have time on your hands.
Yeah. Also, it's 13 episodes, and we got a spreadsheet. So 13 23-minute episodes.
Yeah, you could.
It's 13 seasons. Might not even be. Season 1, 6 episodes. I can do that in a couple of hours. That's what I remember doing. I did that at uni with. Was it How I Met Your Mother?
Probably. We did watch a lot of that.
But like that's the thing. I watched every single episode in order, and it was I knew I could do 3 an hour, or in just over an hour. So I'd be like, oh, I've got a couple of hours to kill. Get through 5 of those. Obviously watching it super legally.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, so it looks like there's like it ran for 7 years, and then Netflix picked up in 2014 and did another
bunch. It's still going, I think.
Last episode, last season started airing in March 2018, so I'm not sure.
I could. Oh, I tell you what. That's okay. You know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at Trailer Park Boys animated series, and that's still going.
Okay.
Yeah. So perhaps that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's the trouble. It's not bad. It's not great. It's just I'm just kind of curious to see what it does, because I like funny things. And this could be funny. Or it could just be terrible.
Yeah, I kind of think it's just terrible. Or at least not terrible, it's just not for me. It's just not my thing.
That's the thing, like, I think we've always sort of stood by the, it might not be shit, but I don't like it unless it's Entourage. In which case, it's objectively terrible.
In which case, fuck it.
Because I think, you know, when there's some things that you're just like, oh yeah, that's not for me, but this, yeah, it might be for me. I might just need to get through the setup. What if the first punchline's in season 2?
Well, then you've lost me.
Imagine if like there was a comedian who just did a stand-up show that's like 90 minutes, and it's just all the build-up to the first line of his second show.
I would respect that, to be fair.
Yeah, but would you go see the second show?
Yes.
It's just
Out
like
of morbid curiosity.
some cunt, the setup. That's his whole tour.
Be more than happy with that.
To be fair, I think genuinely that I would find that would be really impressive to hold an audience for 90 minutes and get them to come back for the punchline to a joke that you've done, like, that's got 90 minutes of build up. Or it might be shit. But anyway, yeah, I might watch like 90 minutes more of this just to see if there's a punchline at the end of it.
I will 100% not be watching any more of this.
No, that's fair. You're a busy person. I'm not.
What I might watch some more of, however, is My Name is Earl.
Yeah. Have you ever seen My Name is Earl before?
No, I've only ever seen it in adverts for other shit that I've been watching. But Jesus Christ, it's so good. I loved it.
I've watched some, but not very much. So I've seen like random episodes here and there. I've never seen the first episode before.
No.
And I really like it, but you know when you just kind of go, I really enjoyed that, but I can't be bothered to find it and sit down and watch it. Yeah, regret that.
Good. Yeah, I thought it was amazing. Like I realised I was loving it when it had told a whole story about how he starts off as like a thief and he's a bit of a shit and all that sort of stuff, and then he gets married in Vegas accidentally when he's drunk. Goes through his whole family story and then gives you the setup of the show. It's like it gets through so much material, and then I looked at how much time had passed on Disney Plus and it had been 6 minutes, and I was like, Jesus Christ, you did all that storytelling in 6 minutes, and it was really funny in a really, really like compelling way. I loved it. I was really blown away by how much I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, and it's such a simple premise as well.
Yeah,
it's
great. It takes a minute to get there, because I was like, going in like I actually don't know what the show is, but then when it's like, okay, so he's made a list of all the wrongs he's done, he's now trying to right them. I was like, okay, great. Let's go and watch him do that. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Also, my favourite bit was the bit that caught me though is when they go to the first house of like the kid he bullied in school, and then they find his porn.
Yeah, that was.
And then,
like, oh no,
that's the thing. My brain just went, "Oh, please tell me that this has just aged badly," and that, or I was just, I hope this is either just off the time, and then I was like, 2005.
No.
2005 Southern America, well, Southern States of America. Like, I guess these are the attitudes that they have, and I was like, I hope it doesn't just leave it there.
And it didn't, which was quite a relief, I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fucking great. I don't know where the show's been. I am 100% watching more of this. It's on Disney Plus, which I get anyway. And it's really fucking funny. I don't laugh out loud that much, at shows, but it really had me giggling. It's fucking brilliant. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Do you want to know my favourite thing about it? Is one of the locations they used to film is a place that they used to film Gilmore Girls. So,
Oh, where?
links. Palms Motel. I don't know.
The motel. What's that in Gilmore Girls?
I don't know. I mean, it just I'm reading off Wikipedia, which is a true source of all things correct. Like it says, after I've edited it, that Gilmore Girls is objectively the best show that's ever been made.
Well, I mean that's not to be contested.
No, it's just
That's just
a fact.
straight facts. Yeah.
Yeah, and as we all know, Jack's just wrong when he says Schitt's Creek's better than Gilmore Girls. Like Schitt's Creek's good, it's not better.
You finished it now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Schitt's Creek?
Took me all of.
A day.
No, it took me a little bit longer than that because I don't think there's enough time in a day to watch all of it.
See, I really like Schitt's Creek, and actually, I don't know if it's better than Gilmore Girls. I think Gilmore Girls is
They're different.
they're different, but I think Gilmore Girls is possibly more important to me and Lise. I think.
Is that because you played the theme song when you got married? I didn't hear the Schitt's Creek theme
You didn't hear
tune.
the Schitt's Creek theme,
Yeah.
did you? You didn't hear? Because that is the theme tune for Schitt's Creek.
Yeah. That was just you just like, look, I've got a really good idea for a song for you to walk down the aisle to.
That is quite a fair litmus test, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, which song do you prefer? Well, one of them was at my wedding. So.
Yeah. Well, next time Jack tells me Schitt's Creek was better, that's my argument.
Yeah, if it's not been at a wedding, it's not as good as the other. So all it's going to take now is for Jack to get married. So, I mean, like, he's got time, but just get on with it.
Yeah, it's just running out.
What did you think of it? So, hang on, you've watched...
I've watched bits and pieces.
Mind
I feel like I've watched enough to be able to say that it's not going to be in my top 5 of the year, because I think I've watched enough of it. But it's because I think it is one of those ones that you can pick up random episodes and not. And as long as you know the gist of you know that there's a list, you know the gist of the list.
Yeah.
That's all you need to watch an episode and go, right, that's where he is. Unless probably it's the finale, because you go, well, I feel like I've missed something, probably.
Oh, wait, so have you seen the very end of the show?
No.
Yet? Okay. I was going to say, I wonder if it's like, if it's got a definite ending or if it was cancelled or whatever. Let's have a look. Was it cancelled?
I hope that it just sort of went. Oh, it ended on a cliffhanger.
Oh, really?
Was unexpectedly cancelled, yeah.
Ah. I mean, American TV was cutthroat, wasn't it? And this came out when? Hang on, it was
2005.
Oh, okay, so it went through 2008 then. That would have gone through the writer's strike, so perhaps it was something to do with that.
Maybe.
I mean, that was a complete guesswork, but ended abruptly in May 2009. Do you know what? I still think of 2009 as like a couple of years ago, and it's disgusting to me that it's, where is it, 13 years
a
ago?
decade and a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that is absolutely minging. 2009 was a big year for me, to be honest. Like, a lot of the stuff that I really am into now, I got into in 2009.
Yeah, it was a good year for hardcore pornography.
But when my favourite porn stars weren't dead. Yeah, I am 100% going to carry on watching this. I think I might introduce. So like, this is something that.
Oh, is this something you might introduce for Neighbour Night?
I don't think so. 'Cause Neighbour Night tends to be more
Longer
sort of
stuff.
dramas, and actually, well,
There might be
you and
drama in this.
You and I have played Foregone Conclusion, right, with Lise? Have we introduced you to that game?
No.
So Foregone Conclusion is any time that you are together and you're watching something, generally it's if there's 2 or 4 of you, you have across the course of a show or a film or whatever, you have 4 gongs, so that's 1 each if there's 4 of you, 2 each if there's 2 of you. If the show receives 4 gongs, you turn it off and you watch something else. And we were watching the 2nd episode of our TV show that we were watching for Neighbour Night last night, and Mitch and I both gonged. And if Mitch and I gong, you know you're in trouble.
Well, that's like if I lose interest in something, or say we're watching a horror film and I'm trying not to like be weirded out by it, I'll just start repeating the word mummy.
You know how like we've watched a lot of stuff, and we have watched a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
You know how we're quite good at guessing vaguely where stuff is going.
Yeah.
You know how Inside Number 9 has trained us to spot where any sort of story is going, because it's
mental.
Generally, it's the inverse of what's happened so far.
Yeah.
Is what's going to happen at the end. So we went to see Nightmare Alley, which is a 2.5 hour film. And from minute, I think, 10, I knew exactly where that film was heading. And then it took 2 hours and 20 minutes to get to the point that I'd already decided the film was going for. And then the ending happened and everyone went, oh my god. And I was like, that was fucking blindingly obvious where that was going.
Did you not see that
really
weird blade of grass at the beginning? Like, that set up the ending. But yeah, do you know the thing that I find that ability to not randomly guess, but like figure out a story like that, do you find it's quite annoying and can sometimes sap your enjoyment out of something?
Yes. I wish I could turn it off, particularly when it comes to things like identity. So if we're watching something that's a time travel thing and there's like 2 characters and they're seemingly unconnected, it's only so long until I will go, that's the same person. Or if it's, if there's a question about who's doing something, generally it's like, well, I've got a better example. I tell you something that occurs to me in basically everything I watch now is I'll watch it and I'll be and this happened to us actually not too long ago. I'll be watching something and I will then just decide, okay, well, that character does not exist. That character only exists in the head of another character. And the number of times that I've just randomly done that and have been right about it, it's really quite annoying, because I really wish I could just watch it and be entertained by what's going on, rather than
what I find is that when
I know where this is going.
When we're watching something together, so like I think when me and you and Jack had that day of like watching films, and we were figuring things out, and we just tell each other almost to be until we get to like sort of the climax of the film, and if we didn't know that Jack hadn't figured it out.
I do wonder actually, because we said quite early on in Goodnight Mummy, it's like, well, that cunt doesn't exist, does he? I wonder if Jack would have. We should ask him that, if he would have guessed it.
Yeah. Also, from last week's podcast, I finished Somewhere Between.
Oh fuck me, that was quick.
Yeah, I actually think it's pretty good.
Okay, fair enough. Is that everything on My Name Is Earl? Because I think we've basically just... This is the trouble that we always come unstuck when we both really like something, is that we just go, yeah, it's really good. And that's it.
It is. And the trouble is there's not a lot to explain.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Because it is, he makes a list and tries to right wrongs. And the first one, he is almost wildly homophobic, and then decides to give that man some confidence and take him to a gay bar.
Yeah, I was quite worried at the politics of it, but even I was kind of like,
even still, the voiceover made you go.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, okay, so it's not going.
He knows that it's wrong, what he's doing, but at the same time, it's still. The humour's almost the narration describing like, I mean, I know it's wrong, but what are you gonna do when you're from the southern states of America or California? I don't actually know where this is set. I'm just assuming it's Texas. That might be stereotyping, but
I'm not sure. I think it moves around.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to go and find all of these people who have scattered across the world.
Yeah. Well, I mean, probably America. He's probably never left America, has he?
He probably doesn't even have a passport.
Yeah. To be fair, right, so that's like quite a thing that surprises people in the UK about Americans. Like, you know, quite a few Americans don't have a passport. But here's the thing.
Have you
when your country is so vast and you have every, and for want of a better word, I can't think of a better word, for every biome you could possibly have in one country, why would you need a passport?
To meet people who can go to school without getting shot. Because that would be quite a novelty, I think.
You call it a school, we call it a target range. Oh no, other way around. Shit.
Yeah, well, it's just people get confused because there's a shooting school. Yeah, so, yeah, my name is pretty good.
I seem to remember like watching adverts of My Name is Earl, and I think there's a thing where he's in prison for quite a bit of it. Oh my god, he was so the guy who plays Earl was in The Incredibles.
Oh.
And Monster House, which I think is one of the most underrated animated films. It's so good. But then it's probably because it's like horror for kids, and I like horror stuff. So.
Oh, he was in Tony Hawk's Project 8.
Sorry, I just sneezed.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm definitely going to continue on with probably both of them for a bit. My Name is Earl until it's finished.
Yeah, I will not continue with fucking what's it called? Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you add it to the spreadsheet.
Yeah, not happening. But yeah, My Name is Earl. I really enjoyed. Next, we're going back to what you like to call foreign muck. So these are both German shows.
I mean, I hope Babylon Berlin's German.
I mean, we alluded to us doing these in the last episode, but we are going to be doing Dark, which I've really wanted to watch for a long time. So
have I, but I'm so sure it'll be in my top 5 that I wanted to save it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try and between now and recording, I think I'm going to try and dedicate some time to just watch as much of it as I can. And Babylon Berlin, as you quite rightly say, I have no idea what that's about.
I think what happened is I realised that all of the other ones have been paired not only on being foreign,
but with the same
but also
language.
There was a language union. So while they might not be similar thematically, they at least in the same language.
Cool. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to watching Dark again because I've watched that pilot twice already. Because each time I've watched it with a view to getting on and just watching the whole thing. But I think I might actually, in between now and then, if I've got some time, which I should have, I will be watching Dark. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. This has been a good fun one. I've enjoyed this recording. Not that I don't enjoy any recordings, but particularly this one's fun.
Yeah, it's always good when we like something.
Anything else to add? Final thoughts? Any final bits of Lego that you're about to purchase on the internet that we were discussing before we started recording?
Oh no, I've closed all of those tabs. Like I can't leave them open for too long because they end up turning up at my house.
See, I've got a similar problem because I've just found that the Disney store have started doing Luke's lightsaber, which is the one that I've been looking for to go with my Darth Vader one, and it's a disappointingly expensive price.
Oh well, I'm sure at some point you'll just accidentally get drunk and buy it.
Well, I mean, I've had 2 whiskeys now, and there's a bottle of wine behind me, so I'm just gonna reach I'm just gonna pour myself a little.
Yeah,
glass
that's the
of
thing. It's plausible deniability. As long as Lisa never listens to this, which why would she? She won't hear that we got you drunk, so you'd buy the lightsaber.
Yeah, I just. I had my works Christmas. So this red wine that I've got here, I had my works Christmas do, and someone bought wine at the table, and at the end of the night, everybody else left apart from. I mean, I hate to call us the cool kids, but it was the cool kids of the company. So I just mind swept, and I picked up the the bottle of wine that still had a glass left in it. So cheers.
Yeah, I think I've got mine in a couple of days. My works do.
Oh, good. Well, I hope you mind sweep as well.